Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame. Okay, y'all, so I had a really long day today. I had to get my license renewed, and y'all, it's just been a lot going on. Y'all, excuse me. I was like, what is that? Um, but I'm gonna give y'all somewhat of a life update. I haven't talked about this in a while, but something that literally just happened. It just made my day, and I'm supposed to be asleep. Like everything apparently happens for a reason. And let me just go ahead and get into it before I get emotional and I'm unable to speak. So, for those of y'all who've been around, um, y'all know that I told y'all that I had a cousin who had a stroke, and it was a lot. Like it was a whole lot. It was to the point where I was in disbelief that this had happened. And she's just somebody who I would never associate with any type of an issue like that because she took care of herself, and like you just would never think that anything like that would happen to her. Um, she's still unable to take care of herself fully, so she's unable to work. Um, she goes between her mama and her sister's houses, and from week to week or however often each sibling wants to keep her, um, and all of that. Right now, she's at her mama's house. And the only reason why I know that is because my daddy ended up FaceTiming me. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm looking like, because I was about to just uh do a quick lunch for myself because I haven't eaten since like 3 a.m. and it's like 4 or 5 here p.m. And I'm actually supposed to be asleep for work in the morning. But anyway, so I'm looking like, okay. I mean, I just got in and I showed him some stuff that I bought myself for my birthday. Like I buy like random stuff for myself for my birthday. Y'all will see it. Y'all will see some of the stuff this month in particular, and a couple of things throughout this year. Y'all will see it. Um, so I had just left him messages showing him that I was opening the package and showing him what was in the package. So I'm thinking he didn't call me back because he just want to talk about that. No, he was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Hey, daddy." I'm just, I like to hear from my daddy and them. So I'm like, "Hey," and so he was like, I wonder if you know this person right here." So I'm looking like, "Huh?" So he turns the camera around onto my cousin, and I'm just like, "Hey," and she's like, "Hey." Like she's smiling from ear to ear, and she's cut her hair. Her hair is natural, and so she was explaining to me that she decided to do a boy cut and just experiment with her hair and all this other stuff. And she said she wasn't sure if I recognized her, and I'm like, of course I recognize you. You still look the same. So I don't know. It's like she told my daddy that she wanted to see me and she wanted to talk to me for a few minutes. Now the thing about that is, y'all, when everything happened with her, I didn't reach out. Um, I don't do well with uh, stuff like that. I just don't. Um, my aunt, her mama had already been through so much. She had lost her mama. She the stroke happened with her, and then sometime after that, her husband passed away. So she's dealing with so much death and all of that. My daddy was there. My daddy has always been there. My daddy has always been there. So I'm talking about long before all this happened. Like they've always been. He's always shown up. She had a whole husband at the house. My daddy was always there doing whatever to help out and do whatever he needed to do to show that he was, an amazing brother. So I wasn't worried about them being okay as far as like if anything needed to be fixed or if anything needed to be done. Him and my brother, they were gonna go cut grass. They were gonna go fix air conditioner if it go out. If something going on with her car, no, my daddy gonna fix that. Like that's not something that I was worried about. They need food. Like my mama, she had been cooking stuff, and been sending them stuff for birthdays, holidays, just in case she know that my aunt going through a lot trying to take care of my cousin, and she don't really have time to cook like that, especially like when it first happened. And so she had to, adjust. But yeah, y'all, I just, whenever I would try, I literally would have her number and I would be about to press the button and I couldn't bring myself to do it. I would choke up and I knew I wouldn't be able to speak, so I never called. And I'm not evil, I'm not mean. And whenever I would talk to my mama, I would ask how they were doing, and she said they were doing fine, and she would just give me updates or whatever. But I could never bring myself to call. So when my daddy did this today, I think that kind of freed me because I was feeling bad about it because I really do get crippled. I feel crippling, like paralyzing fear and hurt, and it's just so much because it's still unbelievable to me that my cousin had a stroke and she suffered like this. Like, she's just somebody who I just saw going so far in life. I just knew she was gonna have an amazing job out of college, making bank, all this other stuff. Like, she and her other siblings, all her other siblings, doing well. Just that I always expected them to do. So this is just something that it just threw me all the way off. This was so left field, and for me, I don't know what it is. Like when my grandmama passed away, I already knew that I didn't need to go to the funeral, so I didn't go. And like I told y'all before, I will explain to y'all why I didn't go at a later date and time. But with this situation, I really could not bring myself to call. I already knew that because as the years went by and then COVID happened, that I wasn't going to be able to see her or be able to go and visit. So the last time I even saw my aunt was in 2015. And that was the last time I saw my grandmama in person as well. So it's just been a lot going on. And the fact that my cousin had been talking to my dad and telling him, I want to see her. I want to talk to her. And then she actually called him one day when he was off, not working. Like, I mean, he's retired, but he still works because he has to. My daddy always got to move. He always got to do something. So she actually called him at a time where she was in town at her mama house and my daddy was off and at the house. And so he's up there, as he says, doing chores for them. And she said she wanted to talk to me and wanted to see me. So I really feel like that kind of is going to help me to be able to bring myself to call. Because I'm so serious. I can't even count the amount of times that I have attempted to call. And I had her number right there. And I couldn't bring myself to press the button. Because like I really would start shaking and then just start crying. I just really couldn't. It was so crippling. I've never experienced anything like that before. So I'm really glad that this happened because it's going to allow me to feel, okay with doing it now. I feel like I'm gonna try it. I am gonna try it. I'm gonna try while I'm off to at least, even if my cousin is not at her mama house, I'm gonna try to call her mama and see if I'm able to do it. I feel like I'll be able to do it now. So I'm very, very happy about this. I'm so happy that this happened. I'm so happy that I was able to see her. I was so excited to see her. I didn't even screen record. I normally like kind of screen record to have memories. Yeah. And I saw my aunt. My aunt was looking good too. And I made a joke. I did what I normally do. I did like what my daddy and what his mama, who is my grandmama, who's no longer with us, does. I'll say something that's true, but it's just hilarious. And they all bust out laughing, which was that my aunt, I was like, that daddy, you know good and well, and Katie don't want to be on camera. You know she don't want to be on camera. She don't want to be on the internet. She don't want to be on Facebook. She gonna cut you. They died laughing when I said that. But I was like, oh my gosh. Like, so my cousin, she was just so happy to see me. She was like, oh, I'm just so happy that I got a chance to see you. and all of that. And I'm very, very happy I got to see her too. But because of the stroke, you can tell that her speech is not where it used to be, but it's a lot better than what it was when the um, paralysis and all that stuff happened initially. So I'm glad that that's happened. That there is an update with that. She said that she was in an accident. Um, I guess after all this happened, and she said that she's working it out, but it's something that she's like like the motivation that she has. She has so much determination and motivation that it's so inspiring because she hurt her arm, I guess, sometime after all of this happened. And so she's like rehabbing it. And so I'm just like, oh, okay, and I mean, y'all, this really made my day. It really made my day, and I legit was just about to turn my data and everything off because before I go to sleep, 99% of the time I turn my Wi-Fi, data, and everything else off so that no notifications will come through because I'll have it on vibrate, but I can't really hear that once I'm asleep. So if I'm in the process of going to sleep and I haven't like gotten to that specific point yet, it'll kind of take me out of it by hearing it vibrate so much. So I just, I just kind of just turn that off and just have no vibrate. But yeah, I was just about to turn all that off. And then my dad ended up messaging me. Oh my gosh, y'all. That really made my day. I can't stop smiling. I can't stop smiling. Okay, I'm trying not to cry. Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to share that with y'all. Thank y'all so much for those of y'all who were here when all of it happened and praying for us. Continue to pray for my family. All right, y'all have a good one.